The views and opinions on this show do not necessarily reflect the views of ESPN Tucson 1490 AM, 94.9 HD Channel 4, or the Arizona Lotus Corporation.
Welcome to Spears and Ali on ESPN Tucson.
Justin Spears, I like that.
With Justin Spears and Ali Farhang on 1490 AM, 94.9 HD Channel 4, ESPN Tucson. Brought to you by Tucson Federal Credit Union, the Volpe team at Nova Home Loans, and Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
I want to be entertaining, but I'm not stupid enough to compare myself to Ali.
Spears and Ali on ESPN Tucson, 1490 AM, 94.9 HD Channel 4, the ESPN Tucson mobile app, and ESPNTucson.com. Check us out on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube as well. We are presented by the Volpe team at Nova Home Loans, Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and Tucson Federal Credit Union.
Yep, good. Good job. That was a great intro.
Well
Thank
said.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No stuttering.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
But all right, so we're going to be talking some Arizona basketball here. Lots to look forward to. Now, there is a big decision happening here in about an hour, and we're just going to assume that this guy is joining the Arizona Wildcats. Knock on wood. You never know what happens in the crazy world of recruiting, especially with NIL and revenue sharing and all that. And when you look at this guy's teams that he's considering, some of these teams got some pretty deep pockets, like the Oregon Ducks. But Brayden Burries is a 5-star shooting guard from the state of California. He won a state championship this past season, averaged just under 30 points per game. Big body guard, can take contact, can get to the rim, can score. Like, this guy is a bucket. And he is a great scorer. And he's considering the Arizona Wildcats. And I think he will commit to the Arizona Wildcats, which is going to be a very nice addition for Tommy Lloyd and his Wildcats. And when you add in a McDonald's All-American with Brayden Burries, who's an absolute stud, along with Carter Bryant, who is coming back potentially for another season. We don't know what's happening there, right? But I feel good about Carter Bryant coming back. And I think with NIL and rev share, Arizona can give Carter Bryant some nice compensation for his sophomore season at Arizona.
He's not in the, let's call it the top 12, the lottery. And even if he is, if he's in the latter half of the lottery, he can make more money at Arizona than he can as a first-year NBA player.
It's crazy.
It's not, but it's just the way it is. And so I think that the Carter Bryant's just built a little bit different. He's got a different background. And I think him coming back and continuing his development under Tommy Lloyd can help him get to that, hey, this guy's a top 10 pick, because he's got all the talent to be a top 10 pick. Just needs a little bit of refinement, some tweaks here and there, work on his game a little bit, and just a fantastic basketball player, even a better kid.
Absolutely.
That's one thing. Tommy Lloyd brings talent in, but it's not just talent. He brings in good people.
Mm-hmm.
And it matters. Those things do matter for team chemistry and how the guys engage with each other and the culture. So, he checks off both boxes. He brings in talented guys, but they're really good people too.
And Carter is, like you said, a different cat in the kind of sense that, he loves playing at Arizona. Like, he wanted to come to the U of A because I think it was his aunt who played volleyball here at the U of A too. So he would come to McHale Center a lot and watch U of A athletic events as a young kid growing up. So he's always been connected to Tucson. He's always been connected to the U of A. And I think with the coaching of Tommy Lloyd and his staff and what they can do to make him more polished, I think, like you said, Ali, Carter Bryant could turn into that lottery pick that we know he's capable of being. He's got the frame. He's got the potential. But I think another year in the system, another year as a starter, because remember, this year he was coming off the bench. I think kind of stepping into that prominent role for Arizona, that leader, I think will definitely do him some good. He's going to learn how to be able to lead a team. Like, he's already gotten kind of the best of both worlds, right? As a really good freshman who is a role player, not the leader of the team. This year it was Caleb Love. I think this upcoming season, he could be one of those faces that leads the Wildcats. And then when you add in Koa Pete at power forward, a healthy Mo Krivas at that center spot, and heck, Mo might not even start. We could see Toby Awaka, the bruiser big man, at the starting center spot. Whoever's starting at center still a pretty good big man right there in the middle. So I think the lineup that Arizona has with the addition of Brayden Burries, you got Jaden Bradley coming back too. You add a piece here and there in the transfer portal, maybe a nice backup point guard. And I like the Wildcats being maybe a top 5, top 10 team next year.
Yeah, I mean, they came out with the way too early rankings, I think, yesterday or the day before. And Arizona was like 16 or 14. And I'm like, you guys don't know. What are we doing? The transfer portal is not even closed yet. You don't even know what these teams, who's going to be on it.
It's content, baby.
Yeah, the national championship was 2 days ago.
I know, it's stupid. But I guess congratulations to Houston. You're winning it all next year, according to ESPN. Look, I mean, and think about the puzzle pieces. And I like the dynamic of you got 4 really talented young players coming in, 3 of them McDonald's All-Americans or 5-star players. And but you mix that with the wisdom and the experience of a guy like Jaden Bradley, who's a pass first point guard, which don't think that didn't play a part in Brayden Burries, I think, coming to Arizona. And then you've got a guy like Mo Krivas, and Toby Awaka. Those guys are very mature for their age. And a Carter Bryant, who's got a year under his belt. I think that mixture, it could be a really good recipe for 2025-26. And I hear I'm workshopping this with Brayden Burries coming to the Wildcats. Bucket Burries, what do you think?
Bucket Burries, I like it.
Just give me like real quick 1 out of 10. Bucket Burries.
7.
All right. PA announcer, our guy Jeff Dean at Arizona games. Brayden Burries a 3. Too much.
6.
Yeah.
But you got to work in Lexus of Charity.
All right, so my guy Paul
Lexus
Diaz.
of Tucson.
Paul Diaz and Roger Canchola, owner of local McDonald's here in Tucson. McBurry's Flurry.
Oh, yeah.
A McBurry.
And McBurry.
I like that. That's
I
a
like
solid
that.
9.5 right
I won't
there.
be sending it. And then a basket of strawberries, Brayden's Burries. Berries. We sell those.
In parentheses, berries.
Berries.
No, it's Brayden's Berries.
Yeah.
And you could fill it up with little basketballs. And on the box, you can say every box comes with buckets. Brayden's Berries. All right, whatever. We're shopping.
I like McBurry a lot.
The McBurry Flurry. I think that's the winner.
And it has what, like red and blue M&Ms?
I kind of like where you're going with that. Yeah.
Paul Diaz, man.
Or you could put some fruit in it, right? Because it's
Fruit.
Everybody
to
likes
make it healthy.
Yeah.
Going to McDonald's.
fruit in it. It tastes good.
It does taste
It
good.
tastes good. And
But if you're like
everybody, including Arizona fans and Arizona men's basketball, can use a healthy dose of the McBurry Flurry.
Or it's a berry smoothie with red and blue M&Ms in it.
Yeah, seems like a little bit of overkill, but whatever. We can figure it out. I mean, if you put M&Ms in anything with kind of ice cream, it's good.
Yeah.
So I can't. I'm not going to dodge it. I'm not saying no.
Fair
Just
enough.
think, but I'm like some blackberries, some strawberries, some blueberries in a McBurry Flurry.
Yeah.
Just seems like it would be perfect, right?
I like
So then
some-
you got the red and blue kind of thing that you guys are going for. And if you use M&Ms, it's only red and blue M&Ms.
It's got to be only red and blue.
Only
Yeah.
red and blue M&Ms.
I like it. The McBurry Flurry.
Yeah.
We got some time to put it all together.
Unless, hey, we got time. There's lots of opportunities. And the only limitation is our own imaginations.
Yep.
And we have big imaginations. Everything's possible. So I'm thinking, if this lineup, if you got Brayden Burries at the 2 guard, you got Jaden at point, I think it's going to be Mo Krivas in the center because I think his game complements Koa Pete. Koa Pete inside, outside, stretch 4, if you will, can do a little bit of everything. Mo Krivas mostly an inside guy. So I think those guys' games complement each other. Toby too. And then you got Carter at the 3. Man, that's a great starting lineup. Then you got a 5-star in Aristod. Is it Aristode or Aristod?
I think it's Aristode.
Aristode. A lot of people, I mean, because of the names of Koa Pete and Brayden Burries, don't talk about Aristode enough. He's a very good 6'7" wing player, really long 3-and-D. So
He's kind of like the Rondé Hollis Jefferson of that group. Like when that group came in, Stanley Johnson, or was it Stanley or was it Aaron Gordon?
No,
It was Aaron Gordon because Rondé played a couple of years, but everyone was like, "Oh, Aaron Gordon, this guy's this all-world player." And Rondé was just like, "Hey, I'm pretty damn good too."
That was 2015,
13.
I think this roster on paper is. I think it stands up to that roster in 13, which had a bunch of really good young players, some seasoned veterans. And then, I think Anthony Delorso comes back. He's got a roll off the bench, and you got Bryce James off the bench. I mean, now you're just talking about the portal to fill out your rotation of 10, right? You need some maybe front court depth, and maybe another ball handler combo guard to back up Burries and Jaden Bradley. I mean, again, don't mistake activity for achievement. Everybody. The activity of this Arizona basketball team was bringing most guys back and then adding some really excellent complementary pieces. Teams that like go in the portal and they redo their roster every year. It's like free agency in the NFL. The teams that are most active in free agency in the NFL are not usually winning during the season, right?
Yeah.
You gotta bring in your guys to develop them, and you got to build continuity and stability. Those things are important. Tommy Lloyd has done that.
And looking at the roster and also the schedule for next season, I feel really good about Arizona because I feel like this year Tommy Lloyd has shown, okay, this is the blueprint to having a successful season, because I feel like the schedule got these guys battle tested and ready for the NCAA tournament. And they ran into a complete buzzsaw in Duke. That was just really good, right?
Yeah.
And with
I don't even know if you call it a buzzsaw, though. We were 3 possessions away from winning that game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're totally right.
I mean, the ESPN article that like used the word dominated Arizona. The guy didn't watch the game.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of freaking lazy sports reporters. I'm just so sick of it.
You and me both, man. You and me both. But I think that what Arizona endured this last year, they can do that again. And I think with maybe an improved roster, adding Brayden Burries and Koa Pete, right? Because you're still losing Caleb Love, which is a pretty big loss, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Great leader, clutch down the stretch. Like that's a big loss. But now you're adding in Koa Pete, who's this all-world forward, the guy that can jump out the gym and play above the rim, versatile, really good passer too, can kind of play that point forward position. And then Brayden Burries is a bucket. Now you got some scoring punch on the outside. And like I said, he's physical too. So like Caleb Love, he's a multi-level scorer. So I like the pieces that they have. And I think the puzzle pieces, when it all comes together, this is going to be a really good team. And then you add in that schedule, the Big 12, the Houston Cougars that were just in the national championship. Kelvin Sampson is going to have those guys ready to go next year. Kansas is going to be pretty good, like they always are.
They're going to be better.
Texas Tech, I mean, how much money they're pouring into their athletic department. Texas Tech is going to be a really good program, both football and basketball. And so the Big 12 from top to bottom is going to be another really, really good conference. I'm really happy that Arizona's in the Big 12. And then look at these non-conference games, guys. UCLA, once again, in the neutral setting at Staples Center or Crypto.com Arena. And they're also playing against UConn. Yeah. They also got Auburn in a home-and-home series, and they're also playing against Alabama as well in Birmingham, if I'm not mistaken. So, and Tommy's only going to add some more pieces to that mix too, to that non-conference schedule. So tough as nails, non-conference schedule. You got Big 12 play with this great roster. I feel like sky's the limit for these Arizona Wildcats next year.
I think so too, man. And you just hit the nail on the head. You tell your kids all the time, surround yourself with people that make you better, right? And the people that you associate with are a reflection of you. So congratulations, fellas.
Thank you.
What part of you do I reflect?
You're welcome. You got more friends now. Playing in the Big 12 conference raises the stakes for Arizona basketball and makes us better. It makes us better because we are competing with teams in our league that are competing for national championships. Mm-hmm. And they do so consistently year after year after year. So no disrespect to the Pac-12, but it was like maybe
a little disrespect.
I mean, it sucked.
Disrespect.
It was sucked. It was, yeah.
It ain't worth a velvet painting of a whale and a dolphin getting it on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's say the Pac-12. What was that voice?
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's from the movie Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
It's like when he says,
It's a great.
with all due respect, then he says something.
Right.
And that's when he says, like, with all due respect, that ain't worth the velvet painting of a winter dolphin getting it on.
Yeah. It ain't worth that. And I don't know what is worth it. So point taken. But I'm just wondering, like if the Pac-12 was still together this year, it would have been like Oregon, UCLA, and Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, yeah, maybe somebody can make it to Sweet 16, Elite 8. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But this year in the Big 12, we had Texas Tech a possession away from going to the Final Four. We had Houston in the championship game. Kansas got knocked out in the first round. Baylor got, I think they won their first game. I mean, it matters. It matters who you associate with. We're in a league of champions when it comes to men's basketball. And that gives me the greatest hope, other than the fact that I think that we're led by the right person. Tommy Lloyd is the right person for Arizona basketball. He is now, he is tomorrow, he is 10 years from now. So we got the great leadership. He's got a great staff. We're recruiting well. We are recruiting, coaching, and playing at a level of a championship conference. And that's why I really believe the future is very bright for Arizona men's basketball. We will be going back to a Final Four, I believe, next year, and we will be winning another national championship. I'm telling you, in the next 5 years.
Indianapolis is the site of that Final Four, right?
It is. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what happened. Something happened in 97 in Indianapolis.
Love a good storyline.
Yeah.
I know they're not really related, but I'm going to try my best to make it related. Love a good storyline.
I know you will.
Love a good storyline.
Justin's got the red yarn and the whiteboard.
Oh, I can imagine what his like home office looks like, because it is definitely like all these conspiracies. So then Luka gets traded to the Lakers, and then what happens then is the butterfly flies in China, and then there's a tidal wave in Taiwan, and then the Chargers make it to the Super Bowl. He's got all that.
The reason why the Chargers haven't won a Super Bowl is because Brandon Ashley broke his foot.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It all
makes sense.
It all makes sense, man.
It all makes sense.
No, the reason why the Chargers haven't won a Super Bowl is because Tom Brady was born. Freaking Tom Brady, man. All right, coming up next on Spears and Ali. By the way,
broke my heart too, man. Broke my heart many a times.
He broke the hearts of many teams in the AFC. Later on this month, we got the Pima County Fair. I'm excited for the concerts coming up here.
Hell of a segue.
Steve Aoki is performing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's performing at the fair. Yeah, I want to get caked. Yeah, that'd be cool to say I got caked by Steve Aoki.
I bet you somebody can make that happen. The station, we got some connection with them. I bet you if you go and tell our guy Larry Mack, I'm gonna be there. I want you to see if you can make me getting caked a possibility.
Cake me.
You know what that is, right, Holly?
Kinda.
Steve Aoki throws sheet cakes into his audience.
Yeah.
Like literally just chucks them.
Like a big old Costco cake.
What is Justin's first move when he gets caked? Is it to wipe off the cake or to save as much possible and eat it?
Yes. All accounts. Yes.
You're eating it, right?
100%.
You're like, it's all over your face. You got whipped cream or whatever on your eyes, and one eye open, and you're just like trying to hold it.
Steve Aoki's like,
how much of this sheet cake can I get in my mouth, baby?
Steve's like, man, I've never seen anybody catch the entire cake before.
Right. And then
they call me the Odell Beckham of cakes.
I think Justin would not only be one-handing it
to music,
he would be spinning it on his index finger like a basketball. How did you get the whole thing in your mouth in one bite?
Odell Beckham, baby. Give me that cake. All right. But yeah, join us at the Pima County Fair for Pepsi Wristband Day on Wednesday, April 23rd. All you got to do is bring in an unopened 20-ounce bottle of Pepsi, zero sugar Pepsi, or Starry, or other Pepsi products, and you can receive a $5 discount towards a $40 wristband for unlimited carnival rides and one free ride on the Titan. I will be watching the Titan from afar. Definitely not my cup of tea, but I know a lot of people are crazy. They want to chase that adventure, so...
Not your sheet of cake, huh?
It's not my sheet of cake. Definitely not.
No. You don't like the event, like roller coasters, like adventure rides, like things that, kind of bring up that adrenaline a little bit.
I do at Disneyland, Disney World.
Yeah.
But when it's on the road, when it's traveling, that's where I'm like, can't do it.
Well, how do you get to Disneyland?
Well, no, I'm talking about like Disneyland's at one place. It's a stationary place. You drive to Disneyland.
I gotta be careful here.
The county fair is traveling on the road.
Yeah, you're still traveling. Okay,
I think he means the park itself.
The park,
Oh,
like
gotcha.
the rides. They unopen it from a box, put it all together, and then they close it down and go on to the next city.
I'm walking on eggshells right now because I promised our good friends the Shears that I would not say a negative word about Disneyland. So I'm just going to leave it at good. I'm glad you enjoy the rides at Disneyland.
Love Disneyland.
Yeah.
Also love the churros. But I love the Pima County Fair, man. It's a great time. If you enjoy the rides, seriously, I went to the rides growing up. It's always a good time at the Pima County Fair. But me, I'm just going to be off to the side watching the folks on the Titan while I eat my fried Snickers.
Yeah.
You talk about the invention of the corn dog. How about the fried Snickers?
And wiping
Who thought about
the
that?
sheet cake out of your ear hole and putting it in your mouth.
All right, coming up next, we got more Spears and Ali. Stay tuned.